Today's webinar is Spotlight on Apprenticeship Manitoba. Apprenticeship Manitoba's vision is to be the model for training and certification of skilled workers, to provide access to training supports and certification of skilled workers to help meet the needs of Manitoba industry. They are responsible for apprenticeship programs for more than 55 trades and coordinates the training and qualification system that delivers accredited, structured, workplace-based skills and technical training to apprentices, leading to journeyperson certification. Additionally, Apprenticeship Manitoba facilitates certification through trade qualification for experienced tradespeople who seek formal certification in their trade. This session will cover an overview of Apprenticeship Manitoba, what is apprenticeship, applying for an apprenticeship, and questions and answers session with an Apprenticeship Manitoba representative. Now, I would like to introduce you all to our speaker, Jenna Smid. Jenna is the Apprenticeship Training Coordinator. The role of the Apprenticeship Training Coordinator is to assist apprentices and employers as they go through apprenticeship program from start to certification. Welcome, Jenna.
Good afternoon, everyone. So with Apprenticeship Manitoba, we're going to go over all of the basics today so that you guys can have a better understanding of how apprenticeship works and what might be a good option for you. So skilled tradespeople have an impact on our daily lives. I'm going to get this out of the way. So you see the results of skilled trades every day. For example, vehicles are maintained and repaired by parts persons, motor vehicle body repairs, automotive painters, and automotive service technicians. Homes are built and maintained by carpenters, electricians, insulators, painters, decorators, bricklayers, gas fitters, plumbers, floor covering installers. You see the results of skilled trades every day. Schools and businesses are also built and maintained by plumbers, construction electricians, roofers, carpenters, bricklayers, concrete finishers, gas fitters, crane operators, insulators for heat and frost, sprinkler fitters, refrigeration and AC mechanics, welders. Services are met by cooks in the restaurant industry, hairstylists, estheticians, landscape and horticulturists. How do I know if a skilled trade is right for me? So do you enjoy working with your hands and putting things together, understanding how things work, being physically active, learning by doing, working with new technologies? If you said yes to any of these, then consider taking an apprenticeship and becoming a tradesperson. So what's the difference between university, college, and apprenticeship? So apprenticeship is post-secondary education like university or college, but there's more. Apprentices not only learn skills in a classroom, they receive paid on-the-job training with an employer. So in general, apprentices spend approximately 80% of their year, or roughly 40 to 48 weeks, on the job, and 20%, or an average of 4 to 12 weeks, in technical training. And technical training is what we consider our schooling. An apprenticeship takes between 2 to 4 years to complete, depending on the trade that you're going for. Apprentices earn salary on the job from the first day starting, and apprentices receive a certificate of qualification in a designated trade upon completion. So this is a bit more broken down into levels for you. So each level of apprenticeship requires you to have 1 full calendar year as a registered apprentice, 16 to 1,800 hours of work experience, which is your on-the-job experience, and then 4 to 10 weeks of technical training in school. So an example is the below chart is the trade of power electrician, which has 4 years or levels requiring 1,600 hours per level, 10 weeks per level of training, and is offered at specific colleges indicated. So here's a clip from our website which shows you the breakdown and the understanding of your years and levels, the schooling, and work experience needed. We have 2 types of trades throughout apprenticeship. There's voluntary and there's compulsory. So voluntary trades. In voluntary trades, you can decide to become an apprentice or you can choose to work without taking apprenticeship training. Compulsory trades. Workers in compulsory trades are required to be certified journeypersons or registered apprentices to work legally in the province of Manitoba. You must register as an apprentice immediately upon starting work with your employer in a compulsory trade in order for your on-the-job hours to count towards your apprenticeship. Compulsory trades are enforceable. So there are currently 9 compulsory trades in Manitoba, them being construction electrician, crane operators, electrologists, estheticians, both skin and nail techs, hairstylists, industrial electrician, refrigeration and air conditioning mechanic, sprinkler fitter, and steam fitter, pipe fitter. Key benefits of apprenticeship. So you get to earn a salary while you work. You receive training and mentorship on the job, minimize student debt, collect employment insurance benefits during the in-school training, master existing skills and be challenged to learn new skills every day, and acquire skills that will last a lifetime. Steps to become an apprentice. So you want to research the trades and the options, know the requirements, decide what's going to work for you. Then you're going to find an employer. You need to find an employer willing to register you as an apprentice and provide you with supervision, training, and the wages required for your chosen trade. Then you're going to register as an apprentice with that employer by submitting an apprenticeship application to Apprenticeship Manitoba and start your career. So some tips in finding employers. So network, network, network. Anybody you know, talk around, see what you can find. Ask a counselor for advice. Carry a resume and visit directly, contact the company or organization. So you might be able to stop by and drop off a resume, fill out an application, speak to somebody at that place of employment that will help direct you in the right way. Consult with trades associations or unions. So there's different associations or unions depending on your trade that you might be able to reach out to. You can scan job wanted ads in Yellow Pages, both the paper versions or online, and spread the word. So links are found at manitoba.ca trades careers. So there's also some links to help you find employment there. There's also a new tool, Manitoba's Find My Job website. So that's listed below as well. That might be able to help you. So general requirements of apprenticeship trades. So apprenticeship trades require a high school diploma or equivalent. Grade 12 courses such as English, math, science, computer skills are recommended. If you do not have a high school diploma or equivalent, you may qualify for apprenticeship as an access program trainee. Prior learning will be assessed. So what this means is if we do not have a high school transcript that we can use or a GED, we will refer you to a program to get an assessment done to make sure you have the skills needed to help you succeed throughout your training. So they'll do an assessment with you, kind of walk through your strengths and weaknesses and get a plan in place to help you upgrade those weaknesses so that you're going to have success moving forward throughout your apprenticeship levels of training. If English is not a first language, upgrading may be required. If you are not a Canadian citizen, not yet a permanent resident, but have an employer willing to register, you can accumulate on-the-job hours only. You will not be eligible for technical training until permanent residence is confirmed. Register the apprenticeship application. So you need to complete and submit an apprenticeship application in order to be approved for apprenticeship. So the form is available online. It is a two-part application that requires both you and your employer to complete the portion of the application. Submit any supporting documentation, including proof of education, and ensure that you're eligible to study and work in Canada. So where to find us? Our website is www.gov.nb.ca/tradescareers. If you don't remember this, what I love to tell everybody is just Google Apprenticeship Manitoba. Our website will be right there for you when you Google. And this is our homepage. This is what it looks like. So as long as you get this homepage, you know you're in the right spot. And you can find almost anything you need for apprenticeship guidance right here. So where to find it on our website? So I guess I'm going to kind of go back to our homepage, and I'll use my little arrow here. So if you're looking for the apprenticeship application, on the right of our homepage, there's some quick links. So there's a link here that says applications and forms. So once you click on that, it'll take you to this page here, and here are our apprenticeship application forms. So you can either submit online with that two-part agreement with both you and your employer completing the portions, or there is a fillable application form directly underneath. So the fillable one is a PDF version that you guys can complete, print off, sign and date, and then submit back to us. Financial information for apprentices. So we have tons of funding options available for you. So there's funding supports for eligible apprentices during technical training. Some of these supports are childcare, commuting allowance, living away from home allowance, travel assistance, and disability allowance. We have a high school apprenticeship program that has incentives if you're starting as a high school apprentice. There's $500 for tradesperson's tool deduction or capital cost allowance. That's through Canada Revenue Agencies. There's $1,000 Service Canada Apprenticeship Incentive Grant for apprentices in the first or second level of their apprenticeship training in a designated Red Seal trade. So that $1,000 is granted to you by Service Canada through an application. So once you have completed your first year as a registered apprentice, completing your calendar time, your hours, and your schooling, you receive a completion letter from Apprenticeship Manitoba, and that gives you the instructions you need to apply for your grant through Service Canada. There's $3,000 Service Canada Apprenticeship Incentive Grant for women in those first or second levels of apprenticeship, training in non-traditional designated Red Seal trades. So notes for that, it's in non-dominated trades with women. $2,000 Service Canada Apprenticeship Completion Grant in a designated Red Seal trade. So once you have gone through your apprenticeship in a Red Seal trade, Service Canada will give you a $2,000 grant for completing your apprenticeship and becoming Red Seal certified. Service Canada also offers $4,000 or up to $4,000 per year loan as you're an apprentice. So if you're finding that you're struggling throughout maybe school and having a couple different places, Service Canada has an apprenticeship loan where you can borrow up to $4,000 per level of technical training. There's also a $250 per year to a maximum of $5,000 in the lifetime Canada training credit for students aged 26 to 65 through Canada Revenue Agency. There's up to $2,000 MPI grant for each level completion in the motor vehicle body repair and or automotive painter trade. Also up to $5,000 MPI grant for tool expenses. There's also $500 plus of apprenticeship bursaries for current apprentices in financial need, and other industry awards and bursaries as well. So skilled tradespeople earn great pay. Skills trades are rewarding. Tradesperson earns salaries that are approximately 3% above average of all careers combined in Canada. Trades professionals can earn excellent salaries depending on trade location and desire to work. Apprentices who become journeypersons may have the opportunity to own their own business successfully. And your success will depend on good work ethic, quality skills, and a great attitude. So trades qualification. If you have worked in a voluntary trade in Manitoba, not including apprenticeship hours, and obtained the minimum work experience required, you may qualify for a trades qualification, which in short we call TQ. Passing the trade examination will result in certification of qualification. So criteria for trades qualification is accumulating work experience in a trade for at least 1.5 times the apprenticeship required. So that includes calendar time, hours, and scope of trade. So you would need to have at least 4.5 to 6 years work experience in that trade, depending on what trade it is. So for example, welder is a 3-year trade, so you would need at least the 4.5 years work experience and 8,100 hours acquired in that trade. Carpenter is a 4-year trade, which means you'd need to have at least 6 years of the work experience and 10,800 hours of experience in the trade. And all of them, you need to have at least 70% scope of trade knowledge, which is what we require as a journey person. So you can also apply to challenge that trade exam if your experience is from another country. The information for all of this is on our website at the link here. How skills will travel. Most Manitoba apprenticeable trades are designated under the Interprovincial Red Seal program. In Red Seal trades, completing apprentices and holders of Certificate of Qualification may apply to write the interprovincial examination. If they succeed, they receive a Red Seal. Certified workers who hold a Red Seal may work anywhere in Canada where their trade is designated without having to further certify or do examinations. So that Red Seal interprovincial stamp is on that certification when you receive it. And that Red Seal means that it's interprovincial across Canada. Your education is validated. You can go from province to province as a certified journey person and continue to do your skilled trades. So for any information that you're looking for, all of that's on our page here. We have an office in Winnipeg and contact number. We have a Brandon location, a Thompson location, then we have a toll-free number. If you'd like to email, we have a general email address of apprenticeship@gov.mb.ca, and then our website is manitoba.ca/tradescareers. So this is the end of our slideshow. So this kind of opens us up to questions and answers because there is a wealth of information here, and depending on where you're thinking you would like to go or what qualifications you have, that's going to be based more on your questions. So everybody's either path through apprenticeship or trades qualification can look a little bit different.
All right, thank you, Jenna, for that informative presentation. So now we'll open it up to the audience. Again, if we have any questions, please type your questions in the question panel box. All right. Jenna, while we wait for our questions to come in, I have a question for you. Um, it's in regards to the Red Seal trades. So, are all trades considered Red Seal, or is that specific trades?
There are specific trades, so that's a really good question. The majority of the trades are Red Seal, which is interprovincial. There are a handful of trades that are not. And that will be shown on our website as well. We have a bar or toolbar on the left-hand side of our website that says Manitoba Trades. And when you click on that, it brings up all the trades that we offer for apprenticeship. And so when you look at your trade, once you open it up, it'll show you whether it's a Red Seal. It'll have that logo right on that page. So an example, let's speak about the beauty trades. So hairstylist is a Red Seal trade, but esthetician or that skin technician or nail technician is not Red Seal. It is a provincial certificate.
Oh, okay. And with the Red Seal trades, is it typically longer to certify or a larger examination? Like what would be the difference, I guess, between that journeyman certificate and then the Red Seal? Like in
Uh,
terms of the
the
hours
difference,
or yeah.
it's not necessarily the training or the trades being different. It's just that um, being Red Seal, all those provinces have gotten together for those specific trades and agreed on the level of education, the qualifications, and what's needed. If it's provincial, there's some disconnect between the provinces on what they would like the requirements to be to become certified. So that's where those differences come into place.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, thank you for that clarification. Yeah, I wasn't too sure about how that worked, so that's great. I also noticed that there is a lot of financial grants and loans that you presented us with today. I wasn't aware of all of those different grants that people can apply to, so that is fabulous. Is that information up on the Apprenticeship Manitoba website as well?
You betcha. Yeah.
Oh,
Everything you need is all on the website or as long
mhm,
as you kind of know where to go. So there's a link for financial information. So that kind of gives you the breakdown of information that you need to know. Um, that apprenticeship grant is strictly for apprentice levels.
mhm.
So that's, you know, upon completing those Red Seal trades, that's through Service Canada. So that's been really nice for those people going through it. Gives them something to kind of look forward to at the end of their training. So that's the big one. The other one, which is really beneficial, Service Canada has that loan. So that's good because sometimes with apprenticeship, the training's so small, it's hard for them to get like a student loan if they need or anything like that, just because of the time period that they're actually in class for.
Right.
So that that apprenticeship loan through Service Canada was created specifically for our apprentices due to that short time period, just to kind of help them get through, you know, if they have, say, a home and a mortgage and all the bills that they're paying, you know, and covering for their family, but they're kind of away going to school for those, you know, 8 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever that looks like. That's an opportunity that they can use to help kind of cover. And then sometimes people will use that grant money after to pay off that loan right away. So there's lots of options. And then
Right.
like Canada Revenue Agency has those tool deductions and that kind of help when you do your taxes at the end of each year. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of information out there that's super beneficial to people going through apprenticeship.
Great, great. Um, we have our first question here. Um, the question is trades a growing profession, and which trades are in demand in Manitoba?
Oh, that's a good question. Uh, Trades are always growing. We always hear um, that there's a lot that are in that spot where they're ready to retire. And so it's a matter of getting new people in and getting them trained and moving forward. I'm sure wherever you are located, I guess all of you said Winnipeg. I'm rural. I'm away from the perimeter. But even in our smaller communities, there is a lot of development, even through COVID and prices increasing. And all of that development going up around you, whether it's a home that's being built or an office that's coming up, that requires skilled trades. That's, right from the beginning. If you see anybody driving around a vehicle, that's, repaired by those automotive service technicians. Farmers need to fix their machinery. So those are your ag techs, or the province is repairing roads. That's your heavy duty equipment technicians. So there's always a demand for skilled trades. And to say that one trade is more than the other, that I don't know off the top of my head. I always tell people that you kind of want, like, trades are something that are physically demanding. You're always, doing. You're learning by doing, whether it's in the service trades for hair and nails, or in the mechanical trades, or in the construction trades. You do your job. So you got to have a want and a learn and an interest for it. So I would say to steer more towards what sparks your interest, where you're going to want to do it. You're going to want to be in that field. You're going to want to be working on whatever trade you've chosen.
Great, great. Our next question is, I guess, just more of a clarification of this person's profession. He is asking if paint production is a trade, is part of apprenticeship.
We do not have paint production as a trade. We have painter decorator, but that's the physical doing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's great for that clarification on that. Perfect. Thank you. So you had mentioned as well previously about voluntary trades and compulsory trades. Could you talk a little bit more about why there is a distinction between certain trades being compulsory and others are listed as voluntary?
Absolutely. So compulsory trades mean that it is mandatory that in order to work in that trade, that you are either a certified journeyperson or a registered apprentice. So there's no choice. If you want to be a construction electrician, then it is mandatory that you register as an apprentice and go through those levels of apprenticeship and receive your certification. Now, why would some trades be compulsory and some not? That is based on industry. That is based on those trades coming to us and requesting that be put in place. So it could be due to safety, it could be due to whatever that industry is wanting for regulation for that trade. That would be the reason why.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Okay. I don't think we have any more questions coming in. So I would like to thank you so much, Jenna, for joining us today and providing such an informative presentation. And I want to thank you to all our participants for your excellent questions. Don't forget that Manitoba Start is here to assist you by providing services such as personal career coaching, resume development, job search assistance to help you find sustainable employment.